John Gill's commentary of the entire Bible, commonly called the Exposition of the entire Bible, verse by verse. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, being read by Dr. Peter John. Scripture quote, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience," unquote. John Gill quote. The gospel, so called, because it gives an account of the patience of God in the midst of all his outward meanness and humiliation, and because it is a means of implanting and increasing the grace of patience which God is the efficient cause of, and Christ is the example of, that patience which bears a resemblance to his in enduring afflictions, reproaches, persecutions, desertions, and temptations, and in waiting for his kingdom and glory, and because both the preachers and professors of the word have need of patience, and should exercise it in like manner as Christ did. This word the churches in Philadelphian state would keep pure and incorrupt, and observe the ordinances of it according to the directions given in it, and will believe the promise of Christ's personal coming, and patiently wait for it. Wherefore Christ promises as follows. Scripture quote, "I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth," unquote. John Gill quote. This hour seems to refer not to any of the vials which will be poured out on the anti-Christian states, but to some affliction and distress which will befall the Reformed churches, and will light upon the outward court worshippers among them. It seems to be the last struggle of the beast of Rome, and to denote some violent and sharp persecution, such as what Daniel mentions, but never was before nor since. But it will be but short, but 1 hour, the 24th part of a prophetical day or year, perhaps about a fortnight. Yet it will be very extensive. It will reach all the world, the whole Roman Empire, and all that dwell upon the earth, that are called by the name of Christians, and will try them, whether they are so or not. Christ will now have his fan in his hand, and purge his floor of all his formal professors and hypocrites, and it will be known who are his true churches and pure members, and these he will keep close to himself, and preserve safe amongst all the distress and confusion the world will be in. This cannot refer to the bloody persecutions under the Roman emperors, for from those the church at Philadelphia was not preserved. We read of the 12 members of it that suffered with Polycarp. Footnote from the reader. Polycarp was one of the first Christian martyrs after Christ's crucifixion that we have in the ancient church, ancient fathers' writings. End of the footnote.